Well, howdy there, Internet students. This is Mr. Hermanson helping you out with Objective 6.3b retake. This one has to do with function rules. So the first thing we're going to do here is learn how to write a function rule for a relationship. All these relationships are linear. And what I mean by that is if you look at these numbers, -4, -9, -14, -19, you'll notice that they're going down by 5 as the x values go up by 1. Well, right there, that's your slope, your m. M equals -5 over 1, which is -5. And then my b term, that would be my 0 term. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna figure that out by doing just a little math here with this formula. So I'm just gonna pick any one of these points. I'll take this point here, and in that point, y is -4. So I'm gonna replace 5 with -4. Then I need m times x here. Well, my m was -5. So my m times x equals -5 times my x term for the point I chose is 5, which is -25 plus b. And then, so now I'll just do a little math here, add 25 to both sides to figure out what b is. And I get b is 21. Okay, so my function rule for this one is f of x, or y equals, and you can use y or f of x however you want to use that, but I get -5x plus 21. All right, on the next set, we are given function notation here, and you need to find a certain value. Now remember that inside the parentheses, that's the input value, or the x value. And so if you see it say f of -6 like that, that just means that x is equal to 6. And then the function rule we're going to use is 15 minus 2 times x. Well, I'm going to replace that x with 6, because x is equal to 6, so 2 times 6. So I'm going to do 15 minus 12, which is equal to 3. So f of 6 is equal to 3. Okay, on this third set, you'll notice it's just a little bit different. Here it's telling me that f of x is equal to 13. What that means is that the output is equal to 13. So I'm going to actually replace the f of x with 13 in this problem. So notice I wrote it right underneath the f of x, because f of x is equal to 13. And then I'm just going to balance out this equation to find out what x is equal to. I'm going to start by subtracting 15 from both sides. That gives me -2 on that side, and then -2x is left on this side. Then I'm going to divide by -2 to figure out what x is, and I get x is equal to 1. All right, and the last problem here, we're going to learn how to write a function rule. So we have a problem here. Ian paid $1,125 for a yearly golf membership at Pine Point Golf Club. With his membership, $28 is deducted. Remember, deducted means is taken out per round of golf, and the remaining amount is returned to him at the end of the season. Write a function rule, g of r, for the amount remaining from his membership after golfing r rounds. So I'm going to write g of r. Now remember that this r needs to be in your formula. It's the input value. So, and the deal was he started with 1,125 and then 28 is deducted per round of golf. So basically what we're saying here is that when he golfs, you have to subtract 28. And that's for each round. So I'm going to multiply 28 times the number of rounds that is golfed to figure out how much money is left in the membership and basically how many more rounds he can golf. Okay? Then we're supposed to find G of 41 and explain what it is. So what I'm going to do is first just think about what that means. So G is the amount of money that is remaining in his golf club. So G is amount remaining, and then remember that R stands for the number of rounds of golf he plays. So G of 41 is the amount remaining after 42 rounds played, or 41 rounds played, sorry. All right? And so to calculate this, we're just going to take 1,125 minus 28 times 41 and get that total. So 28 times 41 is 1,148. And, ooh, that's bigger than 1,125, so that means that he has a negative amount left, negative $23. So G of 41 equals negative $23. Basically, that's saying that he golfed more rounds than he had enough money for in that. All right, go ahead and finish that up, and good luck doing the retake.